Hey guys, what's up? It is a new month, so you know what that means. Time for a new trophy challenge. Last month we were going for 100% completion in Curses and Chaos and Rockbosher's DX. Here is everyone that participated last month. Now, one of you had your trophy set to private, so if you do end up fixing that, let me know in the comments below and I can apply whatever entries you would have earned last month to this month instead. But yeah, anyway, so I didn't complete either of these games. Curses and Chaos was really difficult. I got up to level 3 and I know I could have passed it if I kept pushing myself, but the problem is like each level I made it to required a lot of practice just to get there. So like I was stuck on level 1 for a while, and then I was stuck on level 2 for a while, and then 3, and I knew I could have passed 3, but it would have required so much practice and it was really wearing me out. I made a lot of money, and then I also converted a lot of those items or relics or whatever it is. So I collected a lot of those. I think I got over half of the trophies. But yeah, congratulations, by the way, to those of you that did complete it though, because that was a tough game. Rockbosher's DX, that wasn't too bad. It was kind of difficult, but it doesn't require a lot of time invested, is what I noticed. But I didn't complete that either. I just really wasn't getting into the game, and I think that might have been because I was playing on Vita, and those sprites are so small on already kind of a small screen, so I just wasn't getting into it. I think if I had played it on my PlayStation TV on a bigger screen, it might have been easier for me to get into, but you know, I just wasn't really feeling it. But I did complete most of the levels in that also, so I did pretty well, I think, in both of them, and I'll probably finish them off someday eventually. But anyway, congratulations to those of you that did finish either of those games or both of those games. Now, this month, I've picked out 2 more games. These are going to be ones that kind of maybe I know for sure I'll be a lot more interested in, just as a little change from last month. So I picked out Shantae, Half Genie Hero. This one, we're just going for the Platinum Trophy. You don't have to do any of the DLC trophies. If you want, that's fine, you can if you want to, but we just need to get the Platinum Trophy. And if you earn that Platinum Trophy this month, in the month of August, you'll get 2 entries into the drawing. If you've already earned the Platinum Trophy in this previously, then you'll get 1 entry into the drawing from this. The other game I've chosen is Dragon's Crown. Now, if you remember, we actually played this one like a year ago, but only one person, I think, completed it. It's a long game, but I had so much fun playing this and trying for it. I actually beat the game, but I just didn't get all the trophies. So I made so much progress that month in this game because I was having so much fun with it. I thought we all deserve another chance. So we're gonna go ahead and do it again. And the one person that did complete it, go ahead and enter again, and you'll at least get the 1 entry for this. But if you complete this game this month or get the Platinum Trophy or 100% completion this month, that is 2 entries into the drawing. But as for our winner last month, which I forgot to mention, by random selection is RockGamer13. Again, congratulations. I guess it pays off consistently. It looks like you've been completing most of these challenges, so I guess that's paying off to do it every month. But yeah, congratulations. I'll be sending you a message soon with your $50 Play Asia gift card. Now, to completely go over the rules for any of you that are new here, all you have to do is leave a comment down below with your PSN username, and then complete 1 or both of these games. Or if you've already completed them in the past, then I will look up your trophies at the end of the month, and I'll see which ones you've completed, and I'll tally up your entries, and then I choose a random winner from those drawing entries, and then whoever wins a $50 Play Asia gift card. If you have any questions about the trophy challenge, you can also leave those in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer. I wanted to talk about a couple of recent things. One of them is, if you watched my pushy and pulley unboxing video, I mentioned that one of the trophies was unobtainable. Well, two of the trophies, I guess, the platinum and the multiplayer trophy, since you can't play multiplayer. Well, I've been talking to the developer and they are going to try to fix that. So they seem very determined to fix it. Even though there's a deadline, Sony has a deadline that's already passed for patches, like developers aren't allowed to submit new patches. At least one other developer has submitted a patch after the deadline and Sony approved it and pushed it out. So there is hope, and I'm really hoping that they'll allow this one through. It's kind of an important one, so you'd think, you know, Sony might be like, okay, yeah, we should probably have our games work, you know. The game does work. It's fully playable. It's just a trophy not unlocking, which it can be really frustrating sometimes. Nobody likes to see that partial completion on their trophy lists. So yeah, hopefully they can get that fixed. They're going to be working hard on trying to get that out as soon as possible so that it's more likely for Sony to get that approved. And then limited run. I don't know how many of you tried going for the Super Meat Boy that was sold recently, but you know, it went about as expected. It was it was a disaster like usual, you know. But the thing with those limited run releases, I'm so glad, by the way, that they do these open pre-orders now for the Switch, so we don't have to deal with this. And now this was the final thing that we had to deal with, was this last Super Meat Boy game that wasn't an open pre-order. So yeah, the thing with limited run is it's different. It's always something gets messed up a little bit differently each time. It's what I've noticed. And this last time was pretty interesting because Josh Fairhurst said that he was implementing something that would catch bots dead in their tracks, or whatever, right? And to his credit, I kind of actually believe that. I believe that he doesn't get very many bot purchases anymore because it's been so long since he's had an order like this. Like everything he does now are open pre-orders, so bots aren't used to buying from him. People aren't used to setting up bots to purchase from them so much anymore. So this was kind of out of the blue, very short notice. So I don't think there were many bots. I think there was just a lot of people interested in buying it. If you think about it, they have a lot of Switch customers now. And those Switch customers, I guarantee you, every single one of them knows how much demand there is for this game. So they're gonna buy it even if they don't have a PlayStation Vita. They're all gonna buy it, try to buy it anyway, because they know it's a valuable title. You know, collectors want these valuable titles even if they don't have the PlayStation Vita to play it on. You know, maybe they might be thinking maybe someday I'll get one, whatever. So anyway, I just think there was a lot of people purchasing it. Anyway, so his plan to catch the bots, we didn't know what it was gonna be until, of course, the absolute last second. So I'm sitting there refreshing the page, and all of a sudden they changed the listing to Lawbreakers, and it says go back to the main page to find Super Meat Boy. Now, that's fine for me because I was constantly refreshing the page, but some people were just watching the timer go down to 0, and then when it got to 0, they're like, okay, they refresh, and then they're getting told to go back to the main page. At least I was expecting it, because that's the thing, it's something different every time. So some people didn't refresh the page until the timer went to 0, and then they find out, oh my gosh, I have to go back to the main page and find it on this huge page of products that are all for sale. And you know, and they all look very similar because there's a bajillion versions of Super Meat Boy and Super Meat Boy Forever being sold. So, you know, then they have to click on that, get to the page, and meanwhile, everything's loading very slowly too. So yeah, it was a mess, as usual, as you might expect. And also, the other thing I've noticed is, like, you can't just go in there being too greedy and hoping to get everything, because the way they limit it, it's like you're allowed to get one standard edition, you're allowed to get one collector's edition, and you're allowed to get one ultimate bundle per person. So technically, you could get 4 copies of the game per person, but when these pop up in stock, they're a little bit staggered, and you run the risk of something running out of stock while you're trying to add the others to your cart. So that doesn't always work unless, of course, you're running some sort of botting software that can be fast enough. Which leads me to my other slight complaint, and that is the limits. That the fact that some people are allowed to get 4 copies each for a product that is, you know, wanted by everyone. You know, like this is they don't have enough copies of this already. You shouldn't have been able to buy a standard edition, a collector's edition, and an ultimate bundle, ultimately getting you 4 copies of the game, because the ultimate bundle comes with a limited and a standard. So because they want to make so much extra money, they're happy to sell you, you know, the ultimate bundle that includes all these other things with it. But yeah, if they would have just, you know, made 1 version of the game and limited that to 1 per person, it would have gone a lot further, you know. And you know, I get that they want to make lots of extra money by selling these ultimate bundles and stuff like that, and people having to buy all sorts of unnecessary things. You know, I get it. It's capitalism. But what I would think would probably be a better solution, so that they can still make decent profits off of this, but then still kind of be a little bit more friendly to the customers, is if they made it so that yeah, there's just the one version of the game, but maybe it would be like not quite a huge ultimate limited edition, but something more akin to East Asia Soft's limited editions, you know, where it's just a little bit more expensive, and it doesn't come with like a giant meat tray and like, you know, character and all sorts of other things. Just, you know, keep it simple, a soundtrack, you know, little booklet or something like that in the game. And then just upcharge a little bit for that. I think, and then just have the 1 edition so that it's limited to 1 per person. And then I think that could have gotten a lot further, and they still would have made out pretty well, I think. But anyway, oh yeah, and then, so the second batch, I missed out on the first batch. I just wasn't able to add it to my cart in time, because I was getting the collector's edition, since I'm getting the standard edition using reward tickets. So I thought I didn't need to order, but turns out I did, because there's a collector's edition. I have to get the collector's edition. So yeah, I missed out the first batch. The second batch comes around, and fortunately, I already had it in my cart. So all I had to do is refresh it as soon as 6 o'clock hit, and then I was able to check out. Easy peasy. But I noticed it was a complete disaster on the second order for people that were trying to get the standard edition. Because what happened is the countdown went to 0, and then it said sold out. And it was stuck on sold out for like almost 2 full minutes, because they didn't add the stock into the cart yet. So a lot of people thought they didn't resupply it yet from the morning. So it said sold out. People thought it was actually sold out, or maybe they refreshed it for a good minute or so. It still said sold out, and they're just like, yep, it's sold out, before I could even see a for sale or add to cart. When in actuality, they just didn't update the inventory until 2 minutes after 6. So a lot of people missed out on that one too, because they thought they missed out, and they gave up and they moved on. But then 2 minutes later, at 6:02, that's when it got stocked and people were able to buy it. So a lot of people missed out because of that little kerfuffle as well. Anyway, just a little bit of a limited run rant for you. Fortunately, I got my copy, but you know what? I was expecting this to be a disaster. It was a disaster, as expected. You know, what can we do? But you know, that's the last one. That's the last one from limited run that we have to worry about buying. Unfortunately, some people missed out, and hopefully Josh will have a solution for, you know, maybe he'll have some extra copies, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. I know that he's not planning on doing a wait list, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. That's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching, and good luck with this trophy challenge. Until next time, I will see you later.